With me now, shall we? Nah, the OBS and the game both glitched out, and the internet, and the browser all glitched out at the same time, so I had to reset it all, but no big deal. There's more fun to be had.
So I'm Richard. So do you already know?
What is the latest or earliest?
Sorry about that, just someone... You know what? Well, I've got two. That's good, correct. And what do you do for work? Cool. This is cool. Marina, I've got an... I've got a question. This is... What have you been up to? So this... Alright, shall we go? You know, I go to the gym too. There are different ways.
So how come?
In this moment, only honest. You know, I used to come here. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well,
It didn't take me long
I'll
to
tell
get
you
there,
what
Terry.
I can do for you. You ready for this, darling? I'm gonna go down on you. Right here, right now.
Darling, wait a second. I need to do something
You cleaning?
first.
It doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, it's matter. You!
What the fuck's going on, babe? It's a gun.
Turn back.
It's a gun. It's not a wet wipe. What do you mean turn?
You have 3 seconds to turn.
All right.
One,
Wait,
two,
wait.
three, otherwise I'm gonna kill you.
What
And
you doing,
don't
darling?
turn back until I let you.
Hello? Can I turn?
That awkward moment
This
when
is
her
not
gun is bigger
comfortable,
than
baby.
yours.
Darling, I'm thirsty. Are you there? What if I need toilet? Totally inappropriate, I would say.
Disgusting.
What shall we do? What shall we do?
Where are you leading?
What shall we do? Well, I just knew the moment I saw you that you're a dirty slut. So I know exactly what to do
Don't
with
touch
you.
me.
I'm gonna touch you, babe.
Don't touch me.
I'm gonna touch you.
Don't touch me,
I'm
otherwise
gonna...
you're...
Can't see. Fucking... where are you? Where are you, you bitch? What the? Where are you? What the? Come back, you bitch.
I mean, I'd be on the phone to the police immediately.
Marina,
Mm-hmm.
I've got a radical idea.
Radical. Tell me.
Yeah. So get this. Juice bar's not here.
Obviously.
So, we could go to the Coca-Cola place, but no, we don't really want that. We could go and try and find another juice bar, but I tell you what, I've got a juice machine. I've got oranges, pineapples, maybe I've even got some mangoes. So why don't we go to my place and I'll make us some delicious juice. What do you say?
So your place?
Mm-hmm.
For juice?
Just the juice.
Well, okay.
Well said, Terry.
Excellent. Nice one. This is the right option. Obviously, it is very bold, but you've already got some indicators of interest. She does want juice. You got the juice. Why not?
Look, there's nothing wrong with being bold and confident. That's nothing to, to stop. It's an attractive quality. Good luck.
You know, one of the things I like most in life is how you can make small decisions and it just changes your life in a completely unexpected but exciting way. Yeah, like today, how we met.
Yeah, I don't know where you're leading to, but I need to tell you. If I'm coming to a house, I'm just coming to have juice.
Juice.
Not sex.
Not sex.
Juice.
Tasty juice.
Anyway, you should remember that I just come out of my kickboxing class.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course you're gonna come back with me. Because if you don't, you'll never see your family again. You're gonna get them back in little pieces. And I'm going to eat their liver and their kidney and roast it and marinate it and then...
She didn't honestly take this seriously.
True enough.
No.
Good.
No, you got it all wrong. No, it's nothing like that. Of course I wasn't trying to have sex with you. It's just, I was like, I have juice in the house, juice machine, pineapples,
That's all.
Yeah, I'm not, what do you think I am? A guy that just tries to have sex with girls? Why would I do that? Think about it, That wouldn't make any sense.
Wouldn't it though?
Not the best option here, could have been better. You very thirsty?
Mm-hmm.
I'm super thirsty. Look, that juice is not going to cold press itself. Let's get out of here.
Okay, let's go.
"21 minutes later." Nice legs.
Here you go.
No, I don't think I
This is
did.
orange and pineapple.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, it's one of my favourites. Had it for the first time.
Send me a link and I'll check into
I'm
it.
trying it for the first time now.
Oh, cool. Well, tell me what you think.
Really nice, refreshing.
You're good, right?
Yeah, when it's hot outside, it's perfect, I believe.
What's your favourite juice?
Actually, my favorite is tomato
Maybe I'll play it after this chapter.
Tomato?
Yeah,
Like
good.
Bloody Mary, yeah, with vodka.
And after Bloody Mary, when you have some hangover, it's perfect tomato juice.
Oh, very nice. Cool. You know what's very good? In tropical countries, when they have all the different fruits, you can have dragon fruit, soursop, like all kinds of crazy fruits.
Sounds so nice, tropical countries.
Yeah. Do you like to travel?
Of course they were, Terry. Look at those eyes. Get inappropriate first.
Anyway, Marina, tell me about your sex life.
No.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
Duh.
So, for example,
Hi guys, what's your favorite position?
What do you like? What do you not like?
in sex, I like everything.
Not a girl.
Yeah. There's nothing bad in sex.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear, because I have something in my pocket.
Of
You're
course
gonna
you
like
do.
it. So small, like it's really strong. Watch. Little
So,
vibrator.
how's
Look,
it
feel
supposed
it
to
on
be
your
in your
knee.
pocket?
I just
Why
carry
do
it
you
with me
keep a
everywhere.
vibe-
Look, chat on your knees.
No, don't ask questions
that?
you don't want the answer to.
Actually,
A little bit higher.
Mm.
I know where you want it. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Put it here. Put it here. Go on. Give me your ass.
Are you serious?
You like it in your ass?
Are you serious?
Yeah, baby.
Move it away.
Come on, baby. Is that working? It's turning you on.
Just leave it for yourself.
Yeah, I do, baby. But it's alright, is it, or not?
No, I think that's pretty inappropriate.
You wouldn't like that question.
No,
You tell us about your sex life?
I'm not even going to answer you.
Look at that smile. She's got a crazy one.
You know what, Marina? I made a resolution to myself because I was just getting tired of bad sex. You know? Like you meet
had a lot
someone.
of it.
Right, but too much. So I'm like, no more. The rest of my life, only good sex. Okay?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, but I've been studying it, you see, because I've thought about it, I've been watching. And now I think I can tell when someone's going to be good in bed.
How can you tell it?
Like the way they move, the way they behave.
In real life?
Yeah. And you can just connect it.
So give me some example.
Well, if someone is, you know, too kind of stiff when they walk, too strict, and they don't have this kind of movement, the way they react to things that they like, whether they're just like, it's nice, or whether they, you know, show some passion in their movements.
But that's so
many
easy.
things.
That's
many
so
things.
easy. But maybe some little details.
But it's important, isn't it? Do you like bad sex?
Well, I never think about people how they are in bed when I see them in real life.
Yeah.
Like I think about people in sex only about those people who I really like.
Yeah, but do you have bad sex?
Yes, I had.
Right. You shouldn't, yeah? Don't you agree with me?
Yep, I agree with you.
Alright, high five. This one I actually quite like because it's a way to talk about sex and also imply that you're good in bed. And by this point, it's maybe not terrible to talk about sex in the conversation. So it's not something I would personally do, but I think it's okay.
It wouldn't be a killer.
Wouldn't be a killer, no. You said you do some, what was it, Thai boxing? Or...
Now it was kickboxing.
Ah, kickboxing.
You know what is it?
Yeah, that's
What's
the
the
one.
difference between kickboxing and Thai box?
Ah, you're testing me. Okay, so Thai boxing is where you can kick, punch, but you can also elbow.
Right.
So it's awful, and knee and all of that stuff.
You want to see real kickboxing?
I'm gonna assume that's the link to the video you were talking about.
Yeah. I think I
Thank
saw
you,
it.
Terry.
Yeah,
You
I've
want
seen
to
it.
try?
With you?
Yes.
In this dress?
Yes, in this dress.
In these heels?
I'll see a bit giving it a watch
Sounds
after
great.
this
Yeah, show me
video.
something.
Let's start.
Or after this chapter, I mean.
You ready?
Maybe we can have a
I was
laugh
born
together.
ready.
Let's
Now
start.
I'm even readier.
Let's start.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, let me show you something.
You
ready?
know what to do.
I know loads of stuff. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Wata,
Hadouken!
wata,
Okay,
wata.
you like that?
What's that? That's not kickboxing.
It's not. Oh, maybe I don't really know then. But what I do know is. Woo! Yeah. Oh. You lose. Yeah. Look at you now, you stupid fuck. Eh? Flawless victory. Ha 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 ha. Woo. So this one, I'm gonna, go out on a limb and say that it's probably a no-no for many reasons.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there, surprisingly.
Legal, moral,
Yeah, there's a long list of reasons.
religious.
Oh, I
Hence its
can't
way.
wait for that.
So, let's learn some techniques.
Let's just try.
You already ready?
Yeah? Got you.
Look at this guy, so wata, wata. He's clearly
kickboxing.
That's
thirsty.
not perfect. All right, let's try something else. You ready? Watch this one. 3 steps. 1, 2, and then. Cool, the right option in this case, but obviously do not try this at home. I'm highly trained in the arts martial, so I could do this effectively. But the point to mention is that, to bridge that gap
Hey man,
between
that's
the
one of my best
non-physical
lines.
to the
That's one of my
physical,
best moves.
you've got dancing,
So
you've got
you ain't got
massage,
exclusive
you've
rights
got
to a
just,
bub.
getting closer, a little play fighting, tiggling, all of this stuff does it. So.
Yeah, I would say watch where you're throwing her, potentially, if you're going to be making this a regular occurrence, but
Not on a spiked bed or.
yeah, maybe
And-
not.
Can you fight?
Not on the
Do you
first
do
date,
any-
at least.
Yeah, I can do judo, actually.
Amazing.
Watch out.
Watch out.
This is mad. We're only just mad.
That's true. But I don't know about you, but to me, everything just feels really right.
Oh, we gotta do that.
I almost forgot. Look, we need to do this. Got a contract here. Hang on a second, I'll explain everything, right?
What's that?
So what we've got this contract. Yeah, no, it's just the terms, right? So we need to get this consent. It's basically a consent form, just that you agree to perform various services. We've got normal sex. It's not got the anal sex. It's first. We don't need that in there. Blowjob is optional. That's
not
clause
sexy.
2, paragraph 3. Darling, we can't be sexy anymore. It's affirmative consent. So, just to run through it with you, basically.
This was
it's sex between
2018.
20 and 40
Sexy's
minutes.
out the
Don't
window.
worry about that. That's gonna be good. Blowjob optional. Anal, like I said, is not in there. We've got a few different. We're gonna start on the couch, obviously. Then I think this kitchen table. That's in
5
there.
pages.
Yeah, but don't worry, it's insured, so if anything breaks, you're covered.
No, I don't feel
And,
like signing it anymore, and I don't feel like sex having with you anymore.
Well,
Like
I understand it's
having
not very
with you.
sexy, darling, but these days, we need to cover ourselves.
Okay,
We don't want.
I'll send you my lawyer, okay? Tomorrow he will come.
Maybe it's too strict, maybe.
Too real.
So the formal paperwork drawn up by the team of lawyers.
Just a big no-no.
Okay, so serious one,
Uh-huh.
very serious. What do guys do about consent?
You know what? I think that if two people are naturally progressing to that point, with honesty, with kindness, with respect to one another, then it's going to naturally progress that progress. I don't think you need necessarily a verbal exchange.
It would kill the tension a
No,
little
I
bit.
think, and it's not romantic.
But if she says no or is
Well, obviously, if she says
uncomfortable
no
at any
and
point,
it's uncomfortable, then that's a stop.
cool. There you go. Yo, what's up, Twitch? Yep, we're nearly at that moment. I'm gonna go for it and beat my speed run. We're looking for 30 seconds.
What are you doing?
In there, bam, bam, bam.
Are you
Finished
kidding me?
within 30 seconds. Guys, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Dr. Disrespect,
How
big
offensive.
shout out. We're gonna beat your view count today. Yeah,
Are
yeah,
you
babe.
kidding me?
How offensive to make a joke about consent. Fetch me my faintingest of couches. Oh, I'm guessing that's a quote, and I am that much more excited to watch it.
Wait. Oh, $500.
I don't want to be on your
Thank
movie.
you for the
That's a
pledge.
crazy
Thank you very much. Davey 207.
Stop touching
No,
me.
30 seconds, babe. I've got my timer ready. It's the record. Or like 31 seconds is the record. Wait for it. Ready? Wait, stop.
No, oh my God, what are you doing? Like,
Quick, babe. 3 seconds, 4
Crazy
seconds.
director.
Ay, shit. So guys, we'll try again next week or tomorrow, but soon.
Point is,
It'll
we're gonna
work,
try again.
And I'll be back on Fortnite. Just give me a minute. Something was
Maybe
wrong
that's
with
why I
this
didn't
one.
want to spend too much time on Fortnite.
Definitely shouldn't live stream your sex, right?
You think?
I think it's against the terms and conditions.
Right.
Definitely on Twitch.
You know what's cool? It's the daytime, we're not drunk, so we have this real connection. Yeah?
Right.
It's definitely up there, Terry.
So this is one of those situations where she could see it as either weird and something that shouldn't happen, or if you paint it as something cool and spontaneous and interesting and different and happening for the right reasons, then she's more likely to see it that way too. But if you kind of let the doubt go too long, then she might just say, this is weird, what are we doing?
Yeah, you need to be confident with your actions for sure.
Nice one, obviously the perfect choice, best choice in the game. Well done, thank you for helping.
Great, yes. Well, it's absolutely a woman's prerogative. Whatever you choose, as long as it's your decision and you're happy with it, that's great.
This is a nice way to start because if you catch her attention before you actually walk up, she has a chance to kind of get used to the fact that you're
Alright, let's have a quick peek-see at that there.
going to be talking to her, and if you
Oh man, I'm just
kind of
gotta
just
set
walk up
a
and she
window
hasn't.
for it, that's all. I'm definitely looking forward to part 3 as well, Terry.
No, no, no. No. No.
I know, I'm so...
It was just
So
a dream.
I was so choked to be
Richard
fair.
LaRuna hasn't created a sequel for Super Seducer within 6 months of releasing the original.
Nope. It's a thing.
Oh, yes! We made another one! No! I want to learn how to seduce women.
Hey mate, Richard LaRuna, your friendly neighborhood seduction guru here.
Well, I'm not going to approach directly from the front, because that's creepy as fuck.
They're all creepy.
Where did this come from? This is a damn you goodbye!
It
He's
sounds
one
like
of
one
those
too.
patronising people I've ever seen in my entire fucking life, Richard.
Sounds like one too.
Does that mean you're gonna fought the town? 6 months after the first game, our good friend Little Richie LaRuna has created a sequel to 2018's hottest property, Super Seducer. We are contractually obligated because our friend loves the first video to make another one. Betty, literally, I wouldn't play this if you didn't want us to do this, so this is your fault. I don't really want to give this guy the time of day then, to be honest. I'd rather be playing double on the biggest one. Should we try? Should we start? Should we get
Yeah.
into this?
I've even got dressed up again.
Me too. Oh yeah, I don't know. Veer the narrative. We're on a date and then... Hi.
Oh, so classy. You guys dolled up for this.
Oh, you really do want to do this?
This is a real song.
It's a good song, alright? Get off it.
You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's see what happens.
Hello and welcome to Super Seducer 2. We're back, bigger and better, and we've
Has he
made
got
a
himself
number
off
of
the road?
improvements.
Yeah.
The first thing is ethnic diversity.
What? What the fuck? Okay. Before we even start this. Okay, fine. You know what? Ethnic diversity, brilliant. Having a female character, also good.
I'm gonna be open-minded.
Yeah, let's be open-minded about this. Little Richie, you've piqued our curiosity. I don't want to be here.
It's filmed quite nicely.
It is.
What was his budget?
Don't know. I think the first game sold 90,000 copies.
Only 19 thou.
Why is he in a tank?
That's underrated.
Why is this happening? I think this just proves that he literally thinks he's a god.
He loves himself, doesn't he?
He fucking loves himself.
You know, there's cheaper ways of having a wank over yourself.
I know.
Hello, it's me, Richard LaRuna. I've never wore a pair of socks in my whole life.
Okay, I hate him because I agree. Like, that's if anything bothers me the most about Richard, it's the fact that he never wears socks.
Fucking hell!
Is she the woman that we're all like
I think this is
supermodel or
just,
posh totty?
I think this is just posh toddy.
Oh, okay. This is it. Okay, fine. How to approach her?
I don't know. I don't know. What do you want? What do you think?
You're too fed up to do this.
Just the same game. It's just he made 90,000 sales from his first game. He's used all the money to create whatever that intro was. The music.
Okay, 90,000, that sounds a little more realistic, but still underrated for this game. Come on.
Alright, I'll give you that.
I think don't approach her at all and eat a kumquat because that sounds quite pleasant.
Do you like the delicious tom twat?
One possible
Are they
ending.
all gonna be naked if we get
no.
it right?
I mean, it just might not
Would that be so wrong? I mean, I don't know why they aren't.
be your day to approach someone, and if you want to turn around and try again tomorrow, then so be it.
Yeah, I mean, she won't be there, but maybe someone else, or maybe just stay single forever. Never
Yeah.
approach.
Well, what's meant to be is meant to be.
Is he referring to himself by YouTube guy?
I don't know. Should we say what that is?
Yeah.
And instead of spending your money on a game like this, hey, why don't you walk up to a pretty girl in the mall and say, hey, you know, I don't know, you know, I don't, just keep it cool, guys.
It actually said his name.
Oh, he's so salty.
He's such a
He's
knob.
so salty.
Isn't it awesome? I love when he does that.
I was sure this one was going to work. I was absolutely certain. It was such a legendary piece of advice, you know? I was sure it would work.
So what's really funny is
That's what I'm saying, Terry. That's what I am saying, 100p.
clearly watched all of the videos that people made from his first game, and he stewed on it. Whereas everyone else doesn't give two shits about his shit game, and he's honestly sat there. I'm gonna snip that from that person's YouTube video, and then he's spent money. He's used his own money to create that scene. That's how salty and pissed off he was. That's how much he's internalized all that. Instead of maybe just thinking that if he puts out a shit game, people are gonna criticize it, Richard.
Well, anyway, back to this fun question.
Thatcher.
How did it not hurt you to stretch so far for an explanation like that? Can you not just accept that maybe he found it to be a funny attempt at criticizing him and wanted to say, hey, that was pretty good, but guess what? I'm funnier.
Attention non-verbally.
Like, all the options are so shit, I
They're
actually
always so
don't know.
shit.
Is it going to be like a creepy face?
Probably.
Hey, listen, I was just sitting there,
This is verbally.
saw you.
Yeah.
Literally verbally.
This is a nice way to start because if you catch her attention before you actually walk up, she has a chance to kind of get used to the fact that you're going to be talking to her. And if you kind of just walk up and she hasn't noticed you, it's a bit of a surprise when you...
If you look the woman in the eye before you go up and talk to her, it makes her relaxed. It's quite romantic. It's not creepy if a bloke just walks the entire length of a restaurant and maintains eye contact. Just imagine.
No, that's the point. It actually isn't creepy. I mean, if you're gonna do it with the fucking eyes that you just did, which are halfway to copper eyes, then yeah, that the sarcasm implies. But no, like, what he's saying is, if you want, like, a good way to do it is to maintain eye contact, get their attention non-verbally, not make a scene about it or nothing like that. Just casually say, hey, with your eyes, and be like, hey, and look for the signs that she shows some interest to, and that would be okay. That there would be no big deal about you walking over and saying, hey, how's it going? You know, you look pretty or something like that. But instead, you gotta stretch out like fucking Stretch Armstrong full of corn syrup.
Sitting at home, pushing his peas around on his plate after he's finished his fish fingers. What's up, Richard? Oh, it's the YouTube people are there and they're saying bad things about my time. I only try to copyright strike a few of their videos, but they're still being mean to me. I'll have the last laugh. Oh, they're still being mean to me. I'll have the last laugh.
Thank you, Terry. This is pretty funny.
Finish your peas, Richard. Alright, I said I'd keep an open mind. I'm not really doing that. What we're doing?
Well, at least you notice it and acknowledge it.
I don't know. I guess we're trying to pull this woman.
He's that guy just in his Speedos in the background photographing a boat? Did you see that? Who's this guy?
I don't think I ever noticed that.
He's done now.
Oh.
He clearly
was
wasn't
the best
part
thing
of the
about
day.
this scene.
Sorry.
Compared to that, he looks good no matter what he does.
There's not a message on his screen.
I know for a fact that we're gonna have to tell him.
Why?
Because it's Mahmood. He's a big fucking deal. Why ask questions, woman?
Let's watch. I've already seen this bit.
Oh, you went ahead and played without her, you dick. You misogynist.
Hey buddy, what's so urgent?
There is a YouTube convention, my friend, and And now is your chance.
Ooh, who's there exactly?
The vice journalists,
Great.
Betty Jack,
Awesome, perfect.
Foogie,
Ah, he's quite likable.
Tim Sterling,
Fucking prick.
Alfarad, friend without benefits.
I like those guys too.
There is also the Mini Minter.
Nah, he didn't answer my email, so whatever. Anyone else?
Bro Jared,
Let's fucking do
See, you get it, Terry.
this.
Old YouTubers, by the way, who
Lisa.
criticised the first
Yeah.
game.
Oh, this continues. Okay. He's so pathetic. Sorry.
Are you? Are you really? Maybe dial back the jealousy a beat 15-20% there, eh?
Die, you fuckers!
Yes, and it's glorious. But go on, tell me your problem with it.
So he's all release a shit game, and then 6 months on, he's like, I'm gonna try and do another one, like, you know, try and make up for what I did bad on the first one. But all it's been so far is just as shit, but with threats to real people. I don't get it.
Yep.
No, it's the whole point of it. It just goes above your head. Continue, please.
You wonder what he's not left to prove? Apparently, a lot.
Yeah, it's been all about that, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's literally been the opposite, but yeah, of course you'd interpret that.
You're right, though. How can you start the game off by saying, oh, I've learned lots, I'm here to do something better, which, in all fairness to him, it's a very good stance to take.
Mm-hmm.
If he came back humble and said, you know what, yeah, I tried, the first game sold well, people, for some reason, liked it on Steam, but the majority of critics...
Again, you say for some reason, but you know exactly why you don't get it. You get it, you just don't want to admit it because she's right beside you.
Panned it. It's one of the
Staring
worst
you in the
reviewed
face
games of the
with
year.
those eyes.
And he comes back and says, actually, you know what, I've learned, I've turned back, I'm more inclusive, both in gender and race. And then instantly he's like, but fucking those YouTubers deserve to die.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
On a really deep level that not necessarily you can do in reality.
Yeah, and actors, they think they're kind of extroverts that wouldn't connect with people, but because of this, you can really...
You can feel it. And
Yeah.
you can get
You hear the volcano going off in her head. It's awesome.
the vibe.
Oh, sorry, I started to...
Yeah, beautiful, isn't she?
Yeah, not
At least they can acknowledge their own.
bad.
Wow.
Ay. Oh, it's so hard to keep caring.
So far, this has been murdering YouTubers,
Him having a big wank for himself.
bid one for himself, which is very important, clearly. Him, I don't know, this part of the one thing, I guess, isn't it, is that this girl is betting him towards the car.
Ooh. You know what, I hope you don't mind, I'm just going to get her autograph quickly.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
back probably, hang on.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right.
What?
Oh, okay, this is a thing too.
What do you mean, what? You expected something different?
Awesome. What?
Tell her she's cute and fuckable and her tar is pretty bits, so you should throw ban in the tar! 6 months! It's been 6 months! 6 months!
Jesus, if this is how they react to the second one, I can't wait for the third one and them to react.
6 months! I needed longer! Betty! Why? Richard! Richard!
Be careful.
Don't touch me!
I would feel so unsafe.
This man chased her through the woods! He chased her through the woods!
To be fair, she called him over and then drove off. What do you expect?
Nothing and kissing. And
You chased me through the woods! Oh, a little massage? Oh, you want a little massage?
See, this is what it's like. This is what happens when people criticize on things that they never got to experience and are mad about it.
Okay. Oh, let's get into that then. Well, that was abruptly cut off.
Start trying to grope her and tell her you knew she was a slut when you saw her. There is a conversation to be had here as to
Well, I mean, look at those fuck me eyes.
whether or not simply including things like that in your DM is
Not to mention all the fun toys she brings out. Just watch.
problematic.
I just knew the moment I saw you that you're a dirty slut. So I know exactly what to do
Don't
with
touch
you.
me.
I'm gonna touch you, babe.
Don't touch me.
I'm gonna touch you.
Don't touch me,
I'm
otherwise
gonna-
Can't see.
See, she rushed through the foreplay and started with the toys. You gotta take your time with the foreplay first, and then move on to something else. The toys come in the middle of it. You know, she rushed right through it. That's her problem.
I mean, I'd be on the phone to the police immediately.
All right.
You know what? All right, okay, that's all right.
Yeah,
But like, it still could have been more of a point of how that's really not okay.
Marina! Or brought you into the woods and took you to a place where there's no one around. How about instead of staying here, we go back to my place? Yet and trust me, I chased your car through the forest.
Yeah, I don't know.
She called him over first. She started it.
Where are you leading to, but I need to tell you. If I'm coming to a house, I'm just coming to have juice,
Juice.
not sex.
Not sex.
Juice.
Tasty juice.
And to eat the liver and the kidney and
Kinda jumped over an important part, you know, but your lack of humor, I understand. Also, your girl has a lurch face right now.
roasted and marinated and then
Do you think he thinks he's a good actor?
I think he thinks he's hilarious, and he is.
You know what? You got me all wrong.
Huh?
I just knew that you would have amazing juice recipes. I think you know your stuff when it comes to juice. So I wasn't thinking sex at all. Nothing like that.
Again, it's quite playful, but it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, so she does get the idea that there's still this undercurrent of sexual tension.
Yeah, she should know this is just a little joke.
Just there's so much to say about that, isn't there?
There's so much to unpack. This is going on
You're only agreeing because she said so.
forever. Fuck me.
Do you know the bit where she was like, oh, she should know it's a joke?
You mean 2 seconds ago?
How common do you think that is?
It seems over familiar, considering he ran after her in the woods and got into a
Brick wall, head. Am I bleeding yet?
car and drove her to somewhere where there wasn't a shop like he said there was. And then she said, I don't want to have sex. And then he said, don't worry, we won't have sex. But then they...
You know, you're complaining, but you made the choices. The options were given to you. You just picked what you wanted to see. So, who's really the bad guy here?
They told us that she should know that that was a joke. 10 out of 10, Richard. You've done it again. You've created the best game possible. Well done. It's more
Finally, you said something right. Just cut out the sarcasm and you're on the roll, bud.
inclusive. It's more racially diverse. Fucking hell. Not her out to show your masculinity.
Ooh, there's so many options here about violent.
1, 2, and then.
Exactly. Vice vibrations will die and is not boring. Can't decide a contract. Yeah, whatever.
I want to see what this contract one is.
I'm almost forgot.
Here we go.
Look, we need to do this. I've got a contract here. Hang on a second, I'll explain everything, right?
What's that?
So what we've got this contract. Yeah, no, it's just the terms, right? So we need to get this consent. It's basically a consent form, just that you agree to perform various services. We've got normal sex. It's not got the anal sex. It's first. We don't need that in there.
Have you taken the piss out of like?
Yes. This is more inclusive. This is what he's learned.
No, I don't feel like
And,
signing it anymore, and I don't feel like sex.
See, I feel bad for the guy reviewing this because I can hear his pussy drying up as he watches this scene.
Well, I understand it's not very
That's just
sexy,
gotta
darling,
hurt.
but these days, you know, we need to cover ourselves.
Okay,
We don't want...
I'll send you my alarm.
These days. It's political correctness done mad!
So the formal paperwork drawn up by the team of lawyers.
Just a big no-no.
Okay, so serious one,
Uh-huh.
very serious. What do guys do about consent?
You know what? I think that if two people are naturally progressing to that point, you know, with honesty, with kindness, with respect to one another, then it's going to naturally progress to that progress. I don't think you need necessarily a verbal exchange.
No. Who am I kidding? You're gonna anyways.
It would kill the tension a
No,
little
I
bit.
think it's not romantic.
But if she says no or is
Well, obviously, if she says
uncomfortable
no
at any
and
point,
it's uncomfortable, then that's a stop.
cool. There you go.
I want to do a serious moment in this.
Oh, please bring it on.
Clearly comedy video. If someone doesn't explicitly say no, that doesn't mean that they're consenting. And I really want to make that clear in this video. If someone says,
Now, I know a lot of what's going on in this game has been above your head lately, as proven throughout the entirety of this video, but I can't help but try and stress, and I can't seem to do it enough, that this is lampooning. This is just a lampoon, and they're not suggesting that your interpretation of what they're saying, which seems to be that if she doesn't say no, it's okay. If she doesn't verbally say no, it's okay. That's not what they're saying. They're saying there's clear signs when it is okay and when it is not okay, and it doesn't always have to be an exact NO response for it to be a no. It doesn't have to be an exact YES response or something like that. It could be verbal, it could be physical. There's all sorts of signs is what they're trying to say. But you wouldn't know that because you spent so much of your life with your manhood tucked inside your intestines.
yes, that's brilliant, you're free to do. But even if if someone says yes, sometimes that's not consent. Make sure that they're comfortable. Make sure that they are being honest.
That's exactly what they're saying. Like, yes, Terry, you did tell me, but this is why I don't go to the movies, man. I just pick things apart or comment at will. Well, I think the internet's giving out, so it's probably a good time to call it a night. Thanks for joining me, bud, and I hope you enjoyed. I shall see you tomorrow at some time, likely.